Can I jump in? I'm just curious, as you've watched this evolution from hardware to hardware software to more of a software leadership and maybe even now to the data. Were the same leaders able to make that transition, or did it take changes in high leadership to really make that happen?
That's a good question. I let Horst chime in also, but I think you are more or less stuck with what you started and you learn a lot, but really the transition is very likely led by somebody else that has more of a system thinking behind. And I wouldn't say that a software company becomes a software company by somebody that knows software really well. It is usually the system thinking that helps with the transition.
Yeah, and I haven't seen an either or approach there. It really depends on the leader you have. I have had the opportunity to meet some really great leaders who had that system thinking and they were able to make those transitions, whereas others were just stuck in their ways and that required also some change. So it depends on the person you have leading that transition.
I would believe that. I mean, a system level focus by necessity, if the system is to be successful, both parts have to be successful. So they're probably less inclined to have a horse in one lane or the other. They want both of them to be successful. In terms of you guys are both as VP of engineering and as a director level, you have responsibility for teams under you, and you've had that in your careers. Can you identify anything in particular where you had to maybe help, as they say, up-educate higher level leaders in terms of what they thought about, or how do other people under your organization who don't understand that system level thing, how do they move towards a more holistic view?
Those higher level leaders, they also learn, right, in the kind of in the way the company grows and the feedback they get from the customers. They understand that you need to be good at what you said, right? You need to be good at both, but they don't really understand what software can do ultimately, or what hardware can do ultimately. And this is where they need a lot of help, right? External, internal. So this is how they grow and get educated. But I haven't seen one that knows everything out of the box.
Mm-hmm. Present company excluded.
Absolutely.
So, in terms of some of